This weekend, football fans around the world will hold their breath for the Manchester Derby. But this time, the clash comes with a rare and fascinating twist. Manchester City find themselves sitting below Manchester United in the Premier League table. Under Pep Guardiola, City have grown used to life at the top, while United have often played the role of the chasers. Yet this season, both sides are stumbling in their own ways, making this showdown more unpredictable than ever. For Manchester United, the biggest headache has been their finishing. Under Ruben Amorim, the Red Devils have been creating plenty of chances, but the end product just hasn't been there. 4 goals in 3 games is hardly the return you'd expect from a squad boasting so much attacking talent, especially after adding 3 exciting new signings. The front line of Šeško, Mbeumo, and Cunha has shown flashes of quality, but too often they've run into dead ends against disciplined defenses. And it isn't just about the forwards. The midfield remains a glaring weakness. Without a true playmaker, without the right balance between attack and defense, United frequently lose control in matches that demand authority. Their lack of bite and creativity in midfield leaves the strikers starved of proper service. On the other side, Manchester City are no longer the unstoppable, ruthless machine we've come to know. Injuries have ripped through Guardiola's squad, especially in midfield and defense, leaving cracks in areas that once looked untouchable. With their personnel constantly shifting, City have started to show uncharacteristic vulnerabilities, even in their famed build-up play. The once flawless control has looked less fluid, less effective. To make matters more complicated, Guardiola and his assistant haven't quite clicked tactically in these early weeks. The numbers tell the story. Possession, passing accuracy, chance creation, all have dipped compared to previous seasons. It begs the question, are we witnessing the first signs of a City slowdown after years of relentless dominance? The Derby will offer an answer, or deepen the concerns. That's what makes this Manchester Derby so intriguing. It won't simply be a showcase of power, it will be a test of resilience and mentality. United must prove they can seize the psychological edge of seeing their rivals below them in the table. City, on the other hand, will be desperate to use this stage to remind everyone that their slip is only temporary, not the beginning of a decline. Manchester City are walking into this derby under the shadow of an injury crisis unlike anything they've faced before. Pep Guardiola's squad is down to bare bones, with as many as 13 players sidelined, enough to fill an entire injury 11. The latest setback came during the international break when striker Omar Marmoush picked up a knee injury, a major blow to City's attacking options. At the heart of the defense, things are even worse. Josko Gvardiol, Abdulkadir Kusanov, and John Stones are all ruled out, leaving Pep with just one viable partnership, Nathan Ake alongside Ruben Dias. Out wide, both Rayhan Ait-Nouri and Rico Lewis are unavailable, forcing Guardiola into tough choices. Either deploy players out of position or gamble on untested youngsters to patch the holes. And the headaches don't stop there. Phil Foden and Nico O'Reilly remain doubtful, Mateo Kovacic is ruled out, and Rayan Cherki has yet to return. The midfield, the very heartbeat of City's style, is left threadbare. The one glimmer of hope comes up front. Savinho is back in training, offering a potential spark of unpredictability in attack. Across town, Manchester United are in a far healthier position, with only 4 names on their injury list. The biggest concern is striker Matheus Cunha, who pulled out of Brazil duty with a knock. Yet the mood is upbeat. His social media updates have shown encouraging signs of recovery, and if he makes it back in time for the derby, it would be a massive boost for United's front line. Lisandro Martinez is also edging closer to full fitness after his long layoff, while Mason Mount continues his rehab and Diogo Dalot nurses a minor issue after leaving Portugal camp. As for the stars who could define this derby, the spotlight is firmly on a few game changers. For United, new signing Bryan Mbeumo has been electric. Clocked at 36.36 kilometers per hour, he is a lightning bolt down the right wing. Exactly the kind of weapon that could torment City's patched-up defense. Last season, Mbeumo led the Premier League in sprints with 677 and chipped in with 27 goal contributions. Alongside him, Bruno Fernandes remains the heartbeat of the Red Devils, a player who can unlock defenses or pop up with goals in decisive moments. For City, the talisman is obvious: Erling Haaland. The Norwegian thrives in Manchester derbies, with 6 goals and 3 assists in his last 5 against United. And after scoring 5 in a single game for his national team, he's arriving in terrifying form. No one knows how many he might bag on Derby Day. The other key man is Rodri, the golden machine of City. Recently back from injury, his return could restore rhythm to City's midfield, ensuring the ball flows to their forwards. Matchday 4 brings us the Manchester Derby, and this time it comes with an intriguing subplot. For the first time since the summer transfer window closed, both sides will line up with something close to their new-look squads, and all eyes are on 2 fresh faces between the posts. At the Etihad, the curtain has fallen on Ederson's glittering era, making way for Gianluigi Donnarumma. The Italian arrives not just with raw talent, but with the pedigree of a Euro 2020 champion. Across town, United place their faith in a far less familiar name: 23-year-old Belgian goalkeeper Senne Lammens. For City, Donnarumma's arrival as the undisputed number 1 is a statement, especially after backup James Trafford's recent blunders. His shot-stopping is world-class, but his weakness is no secret: discomfort with the ball at his feet. In Pep Guardiola's system, that can be fatal. If United's quick pressers like Mbeumo or Cisco hound him relentlessly, Donnarumma could be walking into a trap. And make no mistake, the Premier League is a step up in tempo and intensity compared to League One or Serie A. As for Lammens, United see him as their long-term answer in goal. His numbers in Belgium last season were outstanding: a 77% save rate and 4 penalty stops from 8 faced. But there's no bigger trial by fire than making your debut in a Manchester derby, away against Erling Haaland. For a 23-year-old, that's stepping straight into the lion's den. The history books add more weight to the occasion. This will be the 196th Manchester derby. United still edge the rivalry with 80 wins, 54 draws, and 62 defeats. But in the last 5 meetings, it's been dead even: 2 wins apiece and 1 draw. And in derbies, history tends to go out the window. What matters is form, fight, and fire on the day. This time, though, there's something different in the air. United are above City in the table, something we haven't seen in years. City, no longer the Premier League's untouchable rulers after a 4-year reign, are still trying to shake off the rust of a trophyless 2024-25 campaign. United, on the other hand, may have won their last outing, but Amorim's men are hardly convincing enough to say they're back. And yet, this game will be staged at the Etihad, the fortress of the blue half of Manchester. A daunting task, yes, but not impossible. Last season, United stunned City with a comeback win in this very stadium, a reminder that the Red Devils still have the steel and swagger to rise on the biggest of nights. This Manchester derby isn't just about 2 legendary clubs. It's a clash of tactical minds, with both managers forced to make do with what they have. The expected lineups for City and United reveal significant tweaks from their usual systems, reflecting the careful calculations of Pep Guardiola and Ruben Amorim. For Manchester City, Gianluigi Donnarumma is set to take his place in goal, replacing James Trafford. To counter United's attacking threat, Guardiola could set up with a 4-man backline of Núñez, Stones, if fit in time, Diaz, and Nathan Ake. In midfield, Bernardo Silva, Rodri, and Tijani Reinders provide control, composure, and tempo. Up front, Oscar Bob joins Erling Haaland and Jeremy Doku, a youthful, energetic trio mixing pace, flair, and ruthless finishing. Bob's inclusion signals Pep's trust in young talent to inject unpredictability into the derby. On the other side, Manchester United are also preparing surprises. Altay Bayindir could get the nod in goal instead of youngster Senne Lammens. The back 3 may feature Lenny Yoro, Matthijs de Ligt, and Luke Shaw, a blend of youth and experience. Out wide, Amad Diallo and Patrick Dorgu are tasked with balancing defensive duties and forward thrusts. In the middle, Casemiro and Kobbie Mainoo form a steel shield in front of the defense, while Bruno Fernandes, the heartbeat of United, pulls the strings just behind a front two of Brian Mbeumo and Benjamin Sesko. It's a setup built for mobility and high pressing, designed to rattle City's makeshift defense and strike on the counter with pace. The stage is set for a tense and suffocating atmosphere at the Etihad. Victory here would mean far more than 3 points. It's a chance to break free from inconsistency, to silence doubts, and to reassert dominance in Manchester at a time when neither side is at its peak. This derby is where managers' adaptability and players' resilience will be tested. Surprises are guaranteed, but only one team will prove they can weather adversity and seize glory.